Jay Silverheels' painful mystery becomes spouse uncovered, while she wanted to remain personal. Jay Silverheels become born Harold J. Smith on May 26, 1912, in the Six Nations Reserve near Brantford, Ontario, Canada, changed into a groundbreaking Indigenous actor and a vast discern in Hollywood history. He belonged to the Mohawk tribe of the Iroquois Confederacy and became one of the first Native American actors to gain popularity inside the movie and TV industry. Silverheels is pleasant remembered for his iconic portrayal of Tonto, the unswerving Native American partner of the Lone Ranger within the famous television series, The Lone Ranger, which aired from 1949 to 1957. However, his contributions to leisure and his advocacy for the representation of Indigenous people within the media prolonged far past this role. Growing up on the Six Nations Reserve, Jay Silverheels was a skilled athlete, excelling in lacrosse, a recreation with deep cultural importance to the Haudenosaunee Iroquois human beings. His prowess in lacrosse earned him popularity across Canada, and he played professionally throughout the 1930s. Silverheels' athletic abilities did no longer stop at lacrosse, as he also competed in boxing and became a carried-out all-around athlete. His achievements in sports earned him opportunities outside of the reserve, and he in the end moved to the USA to similarly his athletic career. While living in Los Angeles, Silverheels' athletic history led him to stud paintings in Hollywood films. His physical capabilities made him a perfect candidate for numerous action roles, specifically in westerns, which have been immensely famous on the time. His rugged proper appearance and athleticism quick struck the attention of casting administrators, and through the early 1940s, Silverheels had started performing in small roles in Hollywood productions. However, like many Native American actors of his time, he changed into regularly typecast in stereotypical roles that perpetuated misconceptions approximately Indigenous people. J. Silverheels' most famous function got here in 1949 while he was cast as Tonto in the TV version of The Lone Ranger. The collection, primarily based on a long-going for Walks radio display, told the story of a masked Texas Ranger, referred to as the Lone Ranger, who fought for justice in the American West. As the Lone Ranger's devoted pal and sidekick, Tonto turned into portrayed as a courageous, creative, and noble determined, frequently supporting the Lone Ranger out of dangerous situations. Silverheels brought dignity and humanity to the function of Tonto, which helped to counteract some of the poor stereotypes that Native American characters generally faced in Hollywood. Despite Tonto being a sidekick, Silverheels' overall performance have become iconic, and his man or woman became one of the maximum recognizable Native American figures in famous culture. The word Kimosabe, Tonto's time period of endearment for the Lone Ranger, have become a part of the American vernacular, and Silverheels' portrayal of the individual left an indelible mark at the television panorama. While the position of Tonto became groundbreaking for its time, it also posed demanding situations for Silverheels, who struggled with the restrictions positioned on him via the Enterprise. He often determined himself typecast because the Indian sidekick or villain in films and TV shows, and he needed to navigate the complex dynamics of being a local actor in a predominantly white industry. Jay Silverheels was acutely aware of the limited and regularly stereotypical roles to be had to Native American actors in Hollywood. While he preferred the fulfillment and fame that got here with portraying Tonto, he also diagnosed the want for higher illustration of Indigenous people in movie and television. Throughout his career, Silverheels used his platform to advise for Native American actors and to venture the Enterprise's portrayal of Indigenous people. In the 60s, Silverheels co-founded the Indian Actors Workshop, an employer devoted to helping Native American actors increase their skills and locate opportunities in Hollywood. The workshop changed into one of the first of its type and supplied a supportive environment wherein Indigenous actors may want to hone their craft without being pigeonholed into stereotypical roles. Through this initiative, Silverheels helped pave the way for future generations of Native actors, making sure that they had greater opportunities to portray fully realized, three-dimensional characters. Silverheels' advocacy work also extended beyond the enjoyment enterprise. He changed into a strong supporter of Native American rights and was worried in numerous tasks geared toward enhancing the social and financial situations of indigenous groups in North America. His activism established his dedication to his historical past and his choice to use his platform to create positive exchange for local human beings. Although J. Silverheels is exceptional, remembered for his role as Tonto, he persevered to work in film and TV for the duration of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. He regarded in Severa Westerns, which includes Walk the Proud Land, 1956, Drums Along the Mohawk, 1939, and Broken Arrow, 1950, as well as non-Western projects like Key Largo 1948 and The Black Dakotas 1954. Despite his vast filmography, he by no means escaped the shadow of Tonto, a testament to the lasting effect of the man or woman on his career. Silverheels' contributions to the amusement enterprise and his advocacy for indigenous actors were officially identified in 1979 when he received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This honor became a fitting tribute to a man who had no longer most effective broken barriers for Native American actors, but had also worked tirelessly to enhance the representation of indigenous people inside the media. In addition, Silverheels changed into posthumously inducted into the Western Performers Hall of Fame at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in 1993, in addition solidifying his location within the records of Western amusement. He changed into married to Mary DeRoma, with whom he had several kids, and he remained devoted to his circle of relatives throughout his existence. Despite the demanding situations he faced as a Native American actor in Hollywood, Silverheels never lost his humorousness or his deep connection to his Mohawk background. Silverheels raised widespread bred horses in his spare time. Once, while requested approximately probable running Tonto's paint horse Scout in a race, Jay laughed off the idea. "I can outrun Scout." His spouse revealed a secret. J. Silverheels concealed his contamination for a long term before his loss of life. He understood that his infection turned into irreversible. J. Silverheels hid his coronary heart attack, which whenever it got here, he concealed from anyone. His spouse found out that I sympathize with him right now. All we've left are suitable recollections collectively. J. Silverheels' stroke is inevitable because of his high-depth pastime, residing conduct. He has defied his health to enjoy his ardor for art. J. Silverheels' stroke is inevitable because of his dangerous residing habits. He has defied his health to enjoy his ardor for artwork. J. Silverheels become a heavy smoker, which his spouse Handiest later cited approximately it. In his later years, Silverheels suffered from a chain of health issues, which includes a stroke that left him partially paralyzed. He exceeded away on the 5th of March, 1980, at the age of 67. Leaving at the back of a lasting legacy as a trailblazing actor and endorse for indigenous humans in Hollywood. J. Silverheels' effect on the leisure enterprise and Native American representation cannot be overstated. As one of the first indigenous actors to acquire mainstream fulfillment, he broke down boundaries for destiny generations of local actors and helped to assignment the enterprise's restricted portrayal of indigenous people. His portrayal of Tonto, although controversial in some respects, stays in critical part of television history and continues to inspire conversations about representation and inclusion. Silverheels' advocacy for Native American actors and his willpower to improving opportunities for indigenous performers laid the foundation for destiny progress in the industry. Today, Native actors such as Wes Studi, Graham Greene, and others have performed important and commercial achievement, constructing on the inspiration that Silverheels helped to set up. In reputation of his contributions, J. Silverheels is remembered no longer handiest as Tonto, however, additionally as a pioneering figure who worked to ensure that Native American actors had a voice in Hollywood. His legacy maintains to inspire indigenous performers and advocates, and his existence and profession function a testimony to the power of perseverance, skills, and advocacy inside the face of adversity.